All right, let's go.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is our 20th episode. No, it's our 19th. Our next one will be the 20th. Sorry, I'm way ahead of myself already. Welcome back to A New View on Travel. My name is Sherry Coleman, and I am the manager of Robert Q Travel in Goderich, Ontario.
I am Tammy Christine with Tropical Escapes, Destination Weddings and Travel Inc., located in Winter, Saskatchewan.
And I'm Christine Turner from escapes.ca, and I'm located here in currently sunny Vancouver, but soon to be gridlocked, lockdown, snow-covered Vancouver.
Oh, well.
Christmas winter is here.
We're supposed to warm up. I don't think we're going to have snow for Christmas.
You can take ours.
Yeah.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it, but it is pretty at Christmas.
Yes.
Before we go into the in case you missed it this week, is everybody ready for Christmas?
Nope. Nope. As soon as we're done our show here, I have to go start shopping.
Well, we got lucky, so we got our test results back reasonably quickly. So Monday morning we were out to Costco and picking up some stuff, and the rest of the week Amazon deliveries have been coming pretty much every day. I don't even think I'm going to wrap them. I think they're just going to get a bow on top and write somebody's name, and that's it. I'm done.
Yeah,
way to do it. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Have you booked anybody a travel gift for a Christmas present, like for clients? Have they booked anything for a gift?
I've booked some travel related gifts, but that's more like like pool floaties and stuff like that people are looking to buy for gifts.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's good. I've got a couple people that came in this week to book a trip for underneath the Christmas tree. So
very nice.
Good to see. Yeah. So last Wednesday, the Canadian government came out and threw our world as we know it upside down again, coming out with a statement saying now is not the time to travel and warning Canadians against all non-essential travel to travel abroad as the Omicron spreads, yet also turned around and stated that the variant is actually already here. So shutting down the borders at this time would not be an effective measure. So on one hand, don't travel, don't go anywhere, don't do anything. On the other hand, well, we've already got it, so why not? It doesn't
come
matter.
on in.
and then at the same time, as he closed us down for non-essential travel, he lifted the Africa ban for the African people to come into the country, which...
Let's be clear on that when they introduced the ban, it's not a travel ban.
It's not a ban.
It's a recommendation. It's advice.
Yeah.
I know you guys don't always take my advice. I don't always take your advice.
Right.
I have no intention of following this advice. And it's the same thing that was in place for most of 2020 and almost all of 2021. Yeah. So all we've done is gone back a step. So
yeah, exactly. And now this new 72 hours, there's no more short cross-border trips anymore. They've put that back into place.
Yeah.
So that's little cross-border shopping or a little 2-day getaway in Vegas is now not going to be able to happen until they lift some of these measures again.
You can do it, but it's just going to be slightly complicated because you're going to need to get a test before you come back.
Right.
And that's where later on in the show, we'll talk about some of these rapid PCR tests that you can take with you.
Yeah.
So if you do want to get out, like if you're like, I need to get out of here, I want to go to Vegas.
Right.
We got to work around. So stay tuned.
Yeah. Yeah. And I had a lot of people, I haven't had a lot of cancellations, but I've had a lot of people ask the question is, well, I don't know if I want to go because if I go and I can't come home, not because they have COVID, but because the government won't let them come into Canada. Trudeau has made a very blunt statement saying that Canadian residents, permanent residents of Canada, have every right to come into the country at any time. Would they never be banned from returning to Canada once they've left on a vacation? I think that's a big thing for a lot of people going, well, what if they lock down and we're gone? That you can come home. That is not a fear. That should not be a fear of anybody. That's not going to happen. Didn't happen last time. It won't happen again. So
and Air Canada and WestJet have already come out and said that they're continuing all routes. And that if should something crazy like that happen, which the way the news is going, I don't think we're going to go that route. No. But they have said that they would repatriate Canadians just as they did last time.
Yeah. So. Yep. And Air Canada and WestJet also did a big pushback with that non-essential travel, saying, we don't care what you guys say. We're going anyway. We're going to all our destinations. We're not canceling any flights because of it. I don't know so much about Sunwing and Transat, but our two national carriers have made a big pushback on that, saying, no, we're going. So come on, let's go. So I think there's a lot of pushback this time around. People are done with it. They're over it. Most people are vaccinated. If you're traveling, you have to be anyway. So I think people are just saying, okay.
Everybody's just tired of going backwards when we should be continuing to move forwards and doing what we need to do.
Yeah.
And vaccinations, and just some of them triple vaccinated now.
Yeah.
Go backwards just makes no sense. And it's just to a point where people are just, we're all done with it.
Frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah. And also something that's maybe a little bit new, and really the only thing that's kind of wasn't there before, is a random select test of PCR when you land back in a Canadian airport. So you may get randomly selected at the airport to have a secondary PCR test paid for by the government, or you may not. So it's very random on who will get one. I've heard of some provinces giving pink and green stamps. Green means yes, go. Pink means no, or I'm sure all the other airports are doing something different, but it's not that everybody has to do it and everybody's going through this. I don't think they could keep up if they did that. But it's not like every single person is going to get tested. So
no, but I would caution that by saying that when we landed at YVR, probably a good 80 to 90% of the plane got diverted to testing.
Oh, really? So they just took
But then they had options. We were not given an option because the guy who was giving the options was busy yakking to some people who he knew that had just gotten off the plane. Yay, you. But a lot of people were given the option to take a do-it-yourself test, to go home and take it. And we thought, with Christmas coming, we wanted to get it done and get it rolling. So we got tested at the airport. So that worked out fine. And quite frankly, as much as we were late departing Cancun and all of that stuff, it was very frustrating. And look, at 1 a.m, which is basically 4 a.m. Cancun time, I will admit, you guys, I get a little cranky. I do. Plus, I probably had a bucket of drinks by the time we finally landed. So like somebody needed their bed,
Yeah.
But honestly, it was about an hour and a half for everything from landing to getting our bags to going through security, customs, getting the test done. I really can't complain about that after having 2 glorious weeks in the sun.
Yeah, that's not bad, because I feel most of the time, unless you're just going with carry-on, it takes you that long anyway.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
So that's not holding up time very much.
Well, from the moment we collected our bags and got into the line, we already knew that we had been randomly selected. That it was about, in fairness, it was about 30 minutes was the wait time.
Yeah.
Which is not bad considering, as I say, most of the
80%.
plane. But travel tip, folks, sit in the front of the plane.
Yeah.
First off.
Yeah.
First through.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Same with us. We were the first off the plane. And unfortunately, Colin did get selected. I did not. But in YQR, they're not doing testing at the airport. Everybody gets
Which is?
Regina. Airport only will provide, if you are randomly selected, the take-home kit. So yeah, it's
they're all different.
We were in and out, and I probably, with our luggage, within 30 minutes by the time we scanned our QR, or they scanned passports, QR codes, gave us the test, explained what needed to be done, and away we went. So
now think back. I mean, I don't know if you guys can remember before COVID, because that was so long ago, but when we traveled before COVID, it took longer than that to get through the airport, to get your luggage and everything, right? So really things have streamlined in a good way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There was no added, even in Cancun or even in Puerto Vallarta when we arrived, we were in and out within probably, I'd say probably a half hour too, getting our luggage and onto our shuttle. So there, yeah, I think the airports have finally have a system and they're doing really well, and it doesn't feel any different than what you were used to post or pre-COVID.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's good. It's good to know for all those people that do want to travel. There's not a whole lot going on in the destination world at this point in time, so we kind of pulled the segment this round of the show. But I do know that Air Canada has just started their direct nonstop flights to St. Kitts again. The St. Kitts was off the market. They had not been open yet. They are now open, and Air Canada has their direct nonstop flights going back in. And I also know that Cuba, Prime Minister or President, had come out and said, we are not closing. We are not changing our rules. We're not doing anything. We are open. Do not worry. So that country is not going backwards. They're not going to shut down. They're not going to do anything. They're going full force and going forward. So again, nice to see some pushback from other countries as well.
Yeah.
And they're well with the PCR test that you need to like cheap, $34, I think. Per person.
I think they're 30 US or something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Good to go. And
exactly. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, everything seemingly is safe and going, and people need to take precautions if you're uncomfortable, of course. But I know there's a lot of flexibility options, especially if you take something like WestJet with their deluxe insurance plan, or Air Canada with the flexibility. A lot of these hotels are offering COVID tests on site at a discounted rate. Some of them are free, depending on what hotel you go to. And many of the resorts are allowing you to quarantine at their resort if you did test positive on your negative test coming home, which we just had this discussion about just before the show about, I don't know if it was Christine or Tammy, I don't know which one said it, but you guys were talking about if they test positive day one and they have to quarantine, they can keep testing every day until they get a negative test, and then they can leave. They do not have to stay in Cancun or wherever for 14 full-on days. You just keep doing that test until you
because there is some people that are testing false positives or whatnot, and positive day and negative the next. So it's I would recommend too, if the unlikelihood that you do get tested positive, do another test within the next day, so that get on your merry get home.
So but have no fear, you may not get stuck there for 14 days.
Oh, exactly.
It might only just be another couple.
And some places it's only 10 days. So it really depends. One thing that I would recommend to people is if you're planning on taking a trip, let's say you're planning on going mid-January, at the beginning of January, about 14 to 18 days ahead of your trip, I would go and get tested. Because if you are one of these people who is asymptomatic and over the Christmas holidays, you got into contact with somebody, then at that point, you will test positive. Of course, you then, at least in BC, you have to isolate for 14 days.
Right.
And then after that, you can carry on. So you can still travel.
Yeah.
But knowing that most people will still test positive 17 days after they've been infected, and some up to 3 months can still test positive. But at least with Canada and the US, if you have proof of a positive infection from like 2 weeks or more ago, then you can still board the plane and you can still come home.
Right.
So that's an important tip to know.
Right. Yep.
Get a doctor's note for that.
Yes, exactly. Just to say that you're cleared and that you don't have any symptoms or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
We did a couple rapid tests before we headed out, just for peace of mind.
Yeah.
Just wanting to, just to make sure that we were doing our part, and we felt good. There was no reason why we needed to do the test. We just felt that peace of mind. You never know. I'd rather know we're heading down there. So
yeah.
Cool. Good stuff. So we already know that you two just got back from Mexico. again, Christine, how many times, sorry, since September have you actually been away now?
3.
Just 3? I thought it was more than that.
Well, okay, but it's about like 6 weeks total that I've been gone. So I mean,
all right, so you could take that as however you want to take it.
Yeah.
That's
no,
awesome.
You know what? I just want to say one thing, and it's really hard to put into words the feeling of being away and the utter relaxation that comes over you after almost 2 years of such intense stress, such a complete lack of control over your life, such a feeling of impending doom, which doesn't exist in Mexico. I mean, we've only been to Cabo and Cancun twice, but everybody there is happy and has a positive outlook. Everybody there is vaccinated. Things are looking good. And it's just such a
relief.
It really is. You know, I heard a report the other day that a dentist had come out and he said he has never seen so many cracked teeth in his lifetime, in his career, because people are so stressed that they're clenching, they're thrusting their tongues.
Yeah.
And I realized I would wake up in the morning and I was just like, big decision, beach or pool? Do we go for breakfast? Do we order room service? I mean, these are, you know, critical questions when you're in paradise.
I totally agree, because I have never slept so well in the week that I was gone. Yeah. Full on, at least 6 hours. And it wasn't because, and maybe it was because of the being outdoors and a little bit of alcohol, whatever it was, I slept like a baby. The sound of the crashing waves, we left our door open all the time. For that lullaby to put me to sleep, I'd wake up refreshed. I've never laughed so much as I have in the last year and a half. We were with some friends, and it was amazing. It really was just a And the government put that other advisory out.
Well, you know what? And when that happened, I was upset. But now I'm back and I'm going to the malls and they're really busy and the roads are busy and Costco, usual nightmare pre-Christmas, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because I've had that chance to just
unwind.
So I would say, you know, if you're on the fence about taking a trip or not, you know, understand that your travel insurance might be impacted by the new advisory. So talk to your travel agent about that. But you got to weigh this ongoing stress and the mental impact that's having on you to a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever you can afford to go away. And like Sherry's background, I mean, imagine being on that beach for a week. Right? Sherry, you're in that boat. You haven't been away.
I haven't. I usually take the kids. I would have been gone and home already. Usually the first week of December for the kids' Christmas presents. But again, that age group didn't allow them to be fully vaccinated by that time. So maybe there's a birthday coming up. We might be able to get out for that. So.
There you go.
Yes.
You're gonna be too busy booking travel.
That's okay. I'm good with that too.
Yeah.
Ready to go back. I said to Colin last night, okay, like, do you have some time between Christmas and New Year's? Like, can we get, like, let's go somewhere again? Because I'm like, get me out of here. I needed this and I want some more of it.
Yeah, I'm really upset because I don't have anything specific on the books. Like, I've got plans, but I don't have anything. I don't have a locator. Nothing's booked.
Right.
I know where we're going to go next. But I want to see the confirmation from WestJet going, booked.
You're going.
We're booked for a cruise in February, but they're pulling some of the ports and whatnot. So we'll see what happens here in the next month, how that goes. But that's the next one that we're hoping to soon get away.
Nice.
That'll be good. That's good. I'm very happy. Was it smooth? It was like was everything, like the airports were good? We've already kind of talked about that. Resorts were smooth. PCR testing was okay. Like, any tips or tricks or trades that you guys experienced? Or
so let's talk about that for a second. We mentioned, I think, on the last show that WestJet had paired up with Azova, which is a lab, I think it's based in the US, and they sell a test kit called Lucira. it's very complicated. Basically, it's $115 US. So it's in line with what the testing costs are at the resorts. And it's a rapid PCR test. So it's an NAAT test. I forget what that stands for, but nonetheless, it's an approved test. And the whole process from beginning to end, you go on a video conference, you stick the swab up your nose. Folks, it's a shallow swab. I'm just going to leave it there. Yeah. Because the people at the resort, we were at Dreams Aventuras, their price was $90 US. So it was a little bit cheaper, but they got the, whereas we were just like, you rotate the thing like 5 times, then you stick it in the solution, rotate that 15 times, boom, done. We had our results in 30 minutes. The guy called us back on the video call, confirmed. We had to show them the little vials and show them the little buttons were lit up. And then he sent us an email with the results, and that was it.
30 minutes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Whereas our friends were waiting like 36 hours to get their results. So that's a long time to be kind of like, ooh, am I not? Am I not?
Same with some of our friends too, because they did the hotel testing. And there's a little bit of a stress level there of waiting, like, where's my test? Where's my test? But having this, I'll definitely order more of these. And that's the way to go. Like, peace of mind, 30 minutes, you're done. And I'm glad we did it, and definitely recommend it for anyone that's
so for anyone that's wanting to order them. Tammy, where did you get yours?
I ordered mine from, and you know what, I probably don't have the email right offhand, and maybe we can add that to the show, Christine, of where we ordered it. We can maybe add it to the link in the show. But I believe it was a Zova something or other. I can't remember the whole exact link, but we'll add it to the show detail.
So you ordered it, they shipped it to you at your house, you took it with you, and then did it on your own at the hotel when you got there. And same with you, Christine, or did WestJet give it to you when you were on the aircraft, or did you have them before you left?
No, we ordered them ahead of time. It was supposed to be an overnight delivery. I ordered it Saturday. Was supposed to be processed over the weekend, and then for delivery on Tuesday. So be shipped out on Monday. So obviously they're not working on the weekends. Fine. We ended up getting it. They told us we were going to get it Thursday, and then it showed up on Wednesday. So that was fine. So just give yourself about a week of wiggle room when you order it. You order it from Azova, azova.com/testing/Lucira, LUCIRA/CA/.
Perfect.
Like /.
Yep.
And like I said, it was $115. That was the kit, and the video conference was included in that. They do sell a couple of different tests, so make sure that you get the rapid PCR molecular test, because if you get the antigen one, it's not good enough.
No.
And yeah, it was brilliant. But we took it with us on the plane. I put it in my check bag. No problems there. You even get the batteries for the little test unit, comes in the package.
Yeah.
And we just I kept it on the counter in the room. It doesn't need any special treatment, doesn't need refrigeration or anything. So really super easy. And if you're going to go to Vegas for the weekend, then why not have that available? So then you wake up hungover on your last day, because we all know you are.
Yeah.
And you get your test done, and then you go to the airport and get on the plane, come home.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good.
I will agree, though, maybe, don't leave it to the last week to order the test, just because I think with the whole COVID and suppliers, delivery people are not up to snuff right now. It was Christmas time too. Definitely give yourself a good couple of weeks, because ours did not come on the day that they had advised us. So it gave us only a couple days before we got it. I was wondering if it was going to come in time. So definitely give yourself a good couple of weeks to get it delivered. And you each need to, if there's more than one of you, you each need to make an account, and you each need to order each of your own. So something to keep in mind too. You can't just go on there and say, I want 4, I'm ordering 4 for my family. No, you need, I think you can make an account for you and your children, your dependents. But for you and your spouse, you each need to have your own account. And
so if you mess up and you order 2 kits, you get 2 kits for yourself, because you can't share. Yeah. Sharing's for kids.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to book another trip and use it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you know what? And as much as WestJet has teamed up with this company to offer these rapid tests, this is not restricted to use with WestJet. You can use it with any airline. It is just the same as if you go to the lab at the hotel or the lab down the street. As long as it is a recognized laboratory and proper test results and the proper type of test, you can use it whether you're flying. It doesn't matter which airline you're flying with. It'll work.
Good.
Because it's Canadian approved. It's Canada approved. So
awesome. Yeah. Good stuff. So you guys had fun. You're all de-stressed.
Oh yeah.
Christmas is here.
Yeah. Life is good.
The next week, and then let's start this new year on a bang, and hopefully some good news will come soon.
Exactly. We do have some national days and fun facts this week. The 20th of December was National Sangria Day.
Nice.
The 21st was our solstice, so the first day of winter. 23rd was Festivus Day, if any of you were Seinfeld watchers. Festivus for the rest of us.
I don't remember that.
Seriously. I added it because it was funny. Oh God. Okay. Of course, we have the 24th is Christmas Eve, the 25th, Christmas Day, the 26th, Boxing Day, and welcoming us into having and hoping for a much better 2022 New Year's Eve on the 31st.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
So yes.
Throughout
cheers
the
to
rest
all of it.
The next week or so, it's eggnog and champagne day. So
sweet.
Oh, is that what you're drinking? Eggnog and champagne?
Well, no,
wow.
But not yet.
It's okay.
I would like to post a warning to people. Something pretty upsetting happened at the pool at the resort where we were at. There was 3 couples and they were hanging out, and one of the women had bought some shorts for the guys for Christmas or for the trip. And so they come strutting out and it's like lifeguard shorts or whatever. And all the other guys at the pool are like, oh, look at these guys. And they were fit, right? So, it's a threat. And anyways, the guys, they put their towels down, get their seats ready. And they're like, okay, well, it's gone 10 o'clock. So it's drinking time. So they hop in the pool, and 2 of them hopped in the pool, and they go over to the swim up bar, and they got about halfway there. And all of a sudden it was like,
they lost their shorts.
They had bought them disintegrating shorts. So yes, I know. So, and
that's amazing.
This is unfortunate that I'm telling this, that I'm sharing this story, because we have a good friend that we wanted to prank on this, and he'll probably see this and he'll never trust us again. But the women were absolutely killing themselves with laughter in the pool. And the guys were like, one guy ran for a towel, and he's got a towel in the pool wrapped around him. And the third guy, he was laughing, but he's like, and I saw him, and he was sitting, I guess he'd hopped in the pool and he'd hopped out, and he's sitting there, and his shorts are literally like falling into panels. And then he's like covering himself. He was smart enough to wear underwear underneath. So, and he'd actually brought down a second pair of shorts from the room. So he was just like, whatever, haha. But, and she couldn't figure out what was going on. Like, why is he being so calm? And he's like, dude, I saw your Amazon account. So I knew what was happening, but he didn't tell his friends.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
So if you get to share a pair of swimming trunks at Christmas, maybe put them in the wash first.
Yeah. Go run them under the tap.
Word of warning, right?
Oh God, that's funny. Yeah. I love it. That's a great trick.
I have not laughed so hard since before COVID. Honestly, it was hilarious.
I bet. That's awesome. Love it. We have our next show, which will be our 20th episode. So we've been doing this for almost a year now. Yeah. I think, when did we start? Did we start in March or February?
I don't know.
January? I forget when we started, but it's 20 episodes. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
We're doing good. Yep.
A lot of updates and a lot of changes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
If we could count how many changes there were in the last year, right. It would be.
Yep.
Yep, that happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all our loyal clients and viewers. And thank you for continuing to support us and being patient during this new negative Omicron time. I hope you enjoyed the show, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our YouTube channel and subscribe to our Facebook channel, Tammy.
Facebook/group/A New View on Travel.
Awesome. So we'll see you in a couple weeks. Have a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and safe holiday gatherings for everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Cheers, everyone.
Yeah. Cheers. Merry Christmas.
Bye.